Hello everyone, this here is the LEGO Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle Boathouse. It comes with 315 pieces and it retails for $38 in the US. And it comes with 5 minifigures as well as 2 boats. And we'll take a closer look at all of that later. But for right now, here we're going to start off with the boathouse itself. I believe that this is the first time that LEGO has ever made the boathouse as its own set. Obviously, the boathouse has been included in other Hogwarts Castle sets over the years, but I'm pretty sure, though, that this is the first time that it's ever been made as its own set here. And I think that LEGO did a pretty good job on this here, and I'm definitely glad that they did make a boathouse set here, because it's a pretty cool location here. And I think that, again, I think that LEGO did a good job, especially here with kind of the scale of it relative to some of the other new Hogwarts Castle sets, because this needed to scale with all of those, especially the Great Hall, and I think that it does scale to those pretty nicely here. And it does fit boats inside of it here in the middle, and it has lots of other pretty cool features here as well. Taking a closer look at the boathouse, I think that the terrain and this lower level was done very nicely. I really like the water here as well and how that all kind of blends in there. It looks pretty nice, and there's also lots of animal pieces used, which is kind of cool. Like there's this fish piece there. There's like a spider on the wall there. There's mushrooms. There's also this tree here, which uses some like leaf pieces there. So that's a pretty decent design there. And there's also like a crab on this part here as well. So that's pretty cool. There, and then you also get Hedwig in this set here as well, so you can kind of put Hedwig there if you want, or anywhere else. There's also a cool little feature here underneath the rocks, and if you grab onto this sand green piece and you pull, it reveals kind of what's underneath the floor there, and it's like an olive green colored frog piece there, so that's pretty cool there. I like that, and you can kind of just push that in. And you wouldn't really know it's there, but it's kind of a cool little feature there. And then there's another animal that you get in this set, and you can pose minifigures all around this as well. So there's like some tiled parts there as well, and you can kind of just pose minifigures all around here. You can put minifigures on the studs or like the tiled parts here, and so that's pretty nice. And then you can also put minifigures over here. Now, you can fit McGonagall underneath this little, like, arch there. So that's kind of disappointing there, that you can't fit McGonagall underneath that. But I think there's still plenty of places there that you can pose minifigures. So that's nice at least. And then you can angle these here. And this is a boathouse after all, so you should be able to dock boats, and you can take one of the boats included in the set here, and we'll take a closer look at this here in just a minute. But you can take this boat here and basically just put it inside of the boathouse there, so that's pretty cool. I do like that. And they also, if you look on sort of like the inside of the boathouse here, there's also these cool little like horn pieces here, and that is where you can take one of the oars that's included here to kind of like steer the boat, and you can take that and you can put it here into the horn pieces, and I think that looks very nice there. It's good that they have a place for you to kind of hold those other than just the minifigures hands there. And then there's also same thing on the other side there for the other oar that's included in the set, so that's very nice. I do like that a lot. And then this roof here does have the like the dark gray color here that's used for the other new Hogwarts Castle sets. And then you can also fold those out there. You can't remove them. Obviously you can just take the pieces off of the hinges there if you wanted to, but you can just kind of fold that up there, and then it just kind of sits into place there, so that's pretty nice as well. Moving up a little bit, you can see the top of the boathouse, and I like the overall design here of the top of it. And there's some cone pieces there to represent kind of the shaping there. And there's the dark gray, but then there's also like the sand green piece as well. So that's kind of interesting. And there's also, I believe this is supposed to be a wind vane right there. and you can sort of spin that around to kind of represent the changing direction of the wind. So that's pretty cool. I like that, the design of that. And there's also this brown section here, and there's like a picture there inside of that, and you can sort of slide that out there. It's like a separate little assembly. There's only 3 pieces, but it does have like a picture frame on it there, and those are all gonna be randomized there. Those are like part of the it's like a collectible tile there. So everyone who gets this set's gonna get a different one of those, but you can sort of just slide that in there. That part is all tiled off, and you can sort of just slide that in there, and it shows through on the front. So that part's pretty cool as well. And overall here, I think that the top of the boathouse was designed pretty nicely. Here's a closer look at the 2 boats that are included in the set, and they're both the same design here. They're pretty simple, but they both can hold 2 minifigures, so that's pretty nice. And it does have like a little lamp on the front as well, and that's on like a little jumper piece there, and you can kind of see how all of that is attached. And that's just the minifigures there, just held on by 2 1x4 jumper pieces, and the design between both boats is the exact same. But so they're pretty small, but they kind of needed to be this small to fit into the boathouse. And honestly, I think that they're perfectly fine, and I don't think that LEGO really needed to do much more with these. Taking a closer look at the 5 minifigures that were included in the set, you get McGonagall, Harry, Hermione, Neville, and Dean Thomas. And I think that all 5 of these were done very nicely, especially the McGonagall one, though. I really like that one a lot, with all the printing there. And yeah, it's just a very nice minifigure, but the rest of them are all pretty good as well. They do all use the same torso there. That's supposed to just be like a generic Hogwarts torso. Doesn't actually have any house ties on them, because it's supposed to be from when before they were sorted. So that's why it's supposed to just be generic there. And Hermione does have the like the skirt piece there. That's just like the plastic skirt piece there. And the McGonagall does have like a little printed tile there, having the students listed there. And those are all just the 4 students that were included in the set there. And then turning these minifigures around here, you can sort of see McGonagall does have arm printing as well. And that's another reason why this is such a good minifigure, because that really nice printing is continued around to the arms. And then there's also that printing is on the back of the minifigure as well. And removing all of the hair pieces allows you to see all of the alternate faces that were included here for all of these minifigures. And some of these are just like the generic alternate faces for these minifigures, because a lot of these are just like the generic heads for the minifigures, but those are all still pretty nice as well. And yeah, these are overall just pretty good minifigures. The prices of $38 US, 38 euros, 32 pounds UK, and $50 Canadian all feel pretty high to me here. You do get 350 pieces and 5 minifigures, so I can kind of see where the $38 US would come from a price to part ratio standpoint, but I still feel like $38 is too much here. I definitely think that this should be cheaper than it is here. I think that the boathouse itself here is just not big enough for this to be an almost $40 set here. I do think that the boathouse is really good. I think that the set itself, like everything in this set, I think was done very nicely here, and I really don't have many problems with this set here. Just as a set, it's mainly the price. I just feel like this is too expensive of a set, so I definitely would recommend trying to get this discounted a little bit here, get it on sale before you buy it. But the set itself, though, I think was done very nicely here, and it looks very nice here, and it has lots of good design here and everything. And I think that the boats were done. They're very small, but I think that those were done good as well. And the minifigures are very nice, and there are lots of little animals included in the set as well, which I pointed out earlier in the video. So overall, I think that this is a very good set. It's just the price is a little bit too high for what you end up getting here. But I think that will pretty much do it for this video here. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one.